So the quarter 2 is a big project. Is about the writing a research paper of the Europeans met the native groups. So I choose about the Spanish attack, like conquer the Philippines. So the little information about it is the Spanish went to the won in the war to the Philippines, and they conquered them, and then they ruled the Philippines after they conquered the Philippines. To be able to understand more about the history that lifestyles as before the how the Spanish and Philippines before they will met to each other, and then to know about how the lifestyles after the Spanish conquered the Philippines. So the history of these things that we can help us to having more knowledge about the Spanish and the Philippines, like able to be more make us to want to study more and learn more about the history. For the SSLG that I think that meet, I think is the commit to ongoing learning for the personal, career, communal, and environmental development to continue to set high goals and have integrity to achieve them, to think creatively and critically and expand on learn the knowledge to solve the problems. So the thing is to be able to solve the problems in the real life, and we have to be not only learn the knowledge, but we have to learn about the how to be creatively and critically, and we have to expand on the knowledge to solve the problems. And also the one more thing is the endeavor to be effective communicators who speak, read, and write proficiently in English. Communicate thoughts and ideas effectively in art, music, and technology. Exercise courtesy in communication. So these two things were related together. How it could be? I will answer that question. For the research paper, we had to make the role play to be much able to be and easier to be understand more about the history of the European group. They conquered the native groups, and in our role play, the thing is uh, we had made to be a little bit quite interesting, and that one is like have many things that a little bit think creatively, think a little bit critically to solve the problems. But that one is not only that things that we have made in the role play. We also made that like the second one, uh, like a speaking, reading, write, mm, professionally in English. Like the words or the thing like a speech that we are speaking in the English and the role play, and those things should be very perfectly to be done, and we try to do that. And some more is in the communicate thoughts and ideas effectively in art, music, and technology, and other things else. Like should be more looks more interesting by adding some the nice backgrounds, some nice soundtracks, some of like that, and some of the like the very nice acting, and we did that in our role play. And also we had to communicate the video to each other to be work this project and to be done very well. by the showing that how did we done this project as a group, how we did it, was it well done or not, and also teacher can grade us too. From this project we learn how to be good at the English, how to be good at the English skills. We can improve by doing this project, keep speaking in the English, and we can improve that how to be creatively, like the not only creatively in the speaking or acting, but about the backgrounds, about the music, about those things that can help us to be very creatively. And then also this the histories will help us to be um, can explain to the other peoples about what was it going on, like before, like 100 years before, and how the Spanish conquered the Philippines and what happened, and we can explain to the other peoples. um, to meet the SSLG we have to make these projects to be more modern and to be more be flexible, because the almost all the SSLG standards were quite help us to improve the many things by like personality, physically, emotionally, and they made us to be like can be improved our real life, the personality to be not to be like backing to be a past, like like I said before, and to be a better having a better life. By doing the work be done properly by the three standards I choose from the rubrics. So follow the three standards. I have to do exactly that what they said, but not only the following, but as to make like as ours, like mine, and we have to do the works done properly, but follow the things that written in the three standards that I choose. For the first standard is about evaluate the impact of different factors on topics to include, but not limited to gender, age, ethnicity, and the class on groups and individuals in this time period, and the impact of these groups and the individuals on the events of the time period. So, to write to the research paper meets all of the criteria for three, as well as explains how the change in the mentioned the social factors impacted society as a whole. We have to do this one. So, in my research paper, by not limited the gender, age, ethnicity, and the class and the groups and other things else, and I wrote down about the history. I had evaluated the impact of different factors on the top, like how the Spanish and the they impact to the Philippines. I don't write the exactly information about the gender or age, and but I explained how the Spanish they conquered the Philippines by the physically or emotionally or other thing else. And how they done. I wrote about this one properly. For the second standard that I choose is about the analyze causes and effects of major conflicts. So in my research paper, I written about the why the Spanish will conquer the Philippines and why they thought that it's right thing to do. And in my research paper, there's the one more thing that I written is and what was happened, where they done this one that they wanted to conquer the Philippines, and have they have they completely done have they reached their goals or not? What are the effects that they came behind after they when after they conquered the Philippines? I written this one in my research paper, and then that one will help you to be a little bit and having a knowledge about the history of it. The third standard I want to talk about, and then that how I did a good job is that one is construct a written historical argument on the use or understanding of primary and the secondary sources. So, in my project, in my research paper, there were quite secondary sources because things I learned about the history. There were the primary sources, and but then I got the many informations from the internet. I uh, I made them to be all together, and I made the conclusion of these sources and to be like a mine, to be secondary sources, and I written down in my research paper, and to be I make a story like my own story about the history of the Spanish conquered the Philippines. So these things were that I done in my project, and the last question is, how could the big project be modified so that you have a better understanding of what is expected to you? Actually, I did the research paper and I submitted quite wrong one, but that one is like a research paper too. But I did another one, but it was quite wrong, and I have to check about the projects properly before I going to submit, and then even the words that I used in my big project, they were quite a little bit hard to understand. I have to be a little bit fix that those things, those words to be more easier to be understandable. And then I have to understand about my story. Some of the a lot of parts, some of the little parts of the like I said, some sentences where I copied from the internet, and actually I have to make those words to be my own words and to be easier to be understand. And then I have to make them to like I have to do the role play better than now because I was absent for the many days. I absent the school for the for the 1 weeks, and I didn't do the role play with my friends. So I have to be having more time to do my projects to be done properly. So these were my all my essential questions. Sorry for I took it for quite a long time. I'm talking so much, you know about that, right? And see you next time. Thank you.